welcome to Even More Useless Information, another exciting episode. I am Mark.
I'm Jason.
And do we have some exciting movie news for you?
Pretty excited. Do you have anything to share with us?
I have a bunch of stuff. My favorite thing is Russell Crowe is going to be The Equalizer, one of my favorite shows from my childhood, starring Edward Woodward. It was like back in the 80s where he drove around in a cool Jag and solved crime. And that annoying kid from The Karate Kid was his son in that movie.
Wait a minute,
Not Daniel's son, but like his arch nemesis, the blonde kid from the Cobra Kai.
That's awesome.
He was on The Equalizer. Anyway. The Wind in the Willows, they're making a feature film of that. And it's going to be live action with animatronics, you know, the cool little forest creatures that hang out with each other. And it's going to be awesome.
Cool. I've got some exciting Sam Raimi news for all the fanboys out
Oh,
there.
yeah? What's he up to?
He is, he's been courted to direct Oz the Great and Powerful for Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually agreed to do it. And Robert Downey Jr. is going to sign to star as the Great Oz.
Really?
Yep. So it's actually going to be produced by the guys who did Alice in Wonderland. And the movie explores how the Wizard of Oz arrived in Oz and was part of the traveling circus before he was the man behind the curtain. So I thought that was kind of cool. That has potential.
A Wizard of Oz prequel?
I guess so.
I'm glad they're not trying to remake the original, although, yeah.
Well, like The Karate Kid did really well at the box office this past weekend. I mean, it actually blew away the competition by like 30 million. Who would have thought that?
Not this guy.
No.
I'm boycotting it. In fact, I'm buying the original on Blu-ray just to spite the new one.
Actually, Karate Kid 2 did kick ass. As a sequel, it was really good.
Third and fourth one were awful. Anyway.
Did you hear about the Weinsteins doing the Fraggle Rock movie?
Ew. No.
Yeah, they the latest on that is that the script was not edgy enough. So they said
that was quite the edgy
redo
show.
it. So I thought part of the charm was because it has quirky characters and it was old school Jim Henson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that this is destined for doom.
Yes.
But I have hopes that it won't suck.
Speaking of doom, there's several new sequels in the works that depress me. There's the Ghost Rider sequel.
With or without Nicolas Cage?
With or without Nicolas Cage. There's the Clash of the Titans sequel. I think I mentioned that before, but they're going to start filming that next year. And The Bourne Legacy. Matt Damon has been, interviewed and said he was not going to make another Bourne movie, but they're
I thought he just said without Greengrass.
Yes, but I heard that Greengrass said he wasn't going to do it.
That's what I thought too.
But so it's all up in the air if Matt Damon's even going to do it, and if he doesn't do it, what's the point? So yeah, those are my. I'm depressed that these sequels are coming out. Bit of news.
Well, did you hear that the Green Hornets date has been pushed back to January of 2011?
I did actually.
I don't know if that's because the movie sucks or it's the conversion to 3D. But I don't know, it keeps getting pushed back though. It makes me think that it's got some issues.
Maybe some other movies that might be cooler came out on the same weekend and they're like, whoa, we don't need this kind of competition.
Let's push it to January where no movies come out and it's cold.
Yes.
I don't know. Here's some really cool stuff that I found out though. I know we have a lot of video game players out there, but Nintendo jumps on the 3D bandwagon. They have just introduced the 3DS, which is a really cool device where you've got the regular 3.5-inch screen that's a dual screen, but the screen in front of you actually comes out. The bottom screen is just a touch screen. And Disney, DreamWorks, and some other film companies have signed on to actually make 3D movies for the DS. So, and you don't have to wear glasses either, which is the coolest part about it. Like, that is really, really cool. So, they expect it to be on sale by the end of the year or early next year. By March
be direct
next year.
competition for the. Never mind.
But I thought that was really cool.
It is
like
cool.
But the only issue is that with the 3D, you have to be right in there, right in front of it, because it won't work off access. So, the fact that the technology's out there and they're actually using it to make it really cool. I mean, this 3D TV with goggles and 3D glasses and all. It's just going to go away here soon. It's all going to evolve into this coming out of the screen, and that's what's going to be really cool. Once they perfect the off-access, it's out there. I mean, it's going to be some years, I believe, but that's what's going to take place. It's going to happen. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think 3D is going to go the way of color television. Nobody likes it now, but everybody's going to give it a whirl sooner or later.
So I need to share this. I also saw some trailers this week. Probably the lamest thing I saw this week was the Smurfs trailer.
Oh my god, that was awful.
Oh my gosh. It depresses me to watch it, and I enjoyed the Smurfs when I was a kid. Those little blue dudes with the mushroom houses, and they had Gargamel and Azrael the
Three
cat.
apples high.
Yeah.
Well, Hank Azaria's playing Gargamel. That's
but it's also got Neil Patrick Harris, which is okay with me. But how the hell do you move the Smurfs from this little village of mushroom people and stuff
of medieval times in France to
freaking New York City? I mean, in Times Square. How is this possible? So this movie is either going to suck or it's going to be really good. I'm pretty sure it's going to suck.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be as awesome as Alvin and the Chipmunks, or
well, I don't know. See, Alvin and the Chipmunks actually was pretty good, I thought, but like Scooby-Doo really sucked. I mean, it did.
I liked the first one anyway.
But they could have done so much more
yeah.
with it, though. So anyway, that's what I was discussing with somebody last night. Actually, my wonderful significant other. Anyway, other trailers I saw. I don't know if you paid attention or not, but Star Wars news. Okay. The Force Unleashed 2 video game comes out in October, and they made a theatrical trailer for it, and it looks just freaking badass. I mean, it's theater quality. It's really, really impressive. Spend 5 minutes and find it. The Force Unleashed 2. Check it out on YouTube. You will not be disappointed at all. In other Star Wars news, they did something very similar since this is E3's going on. The highly anticipated online game, Star Wars, The Old Republic. They did another theatrical trailer for that, and that movie, I'm sorry, it's not a movie. The game, this trailer for the game looks just freaking ridiculous. It just, if they made Star Wars movies like what they're doing in these trailers now, I think that there'd be a lot of happy people out there. It looks really, really amazing. Very cool stuff. Anyway, I'm off my Star Wars soapbox.
That's quite alright, quite alright. Yeah, the only other cool trailer that I saw was a newer Expendables trailer, which is even cooler than the first one. Very excited about August coming just to see the Expendables. And they decided to go with the R. I know there was rumors it was going to be PG-13. They decided to F that. Because they want to curse and show bullet wounds a lot. So it should be awesome.
I think it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see that. Box office this week, we had Karate Kid that came in at $56 million, number one. It only cost $40 million to make, so inevitably there will be a sequel, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's already in the works. I saw it on the news today.
The A-Team came in number two, $26 million. Not too bad, but not as well. People had higher hopes for it, I think. I'm actually very excited to see it. I think it'll have a lot of life on DVD. I think people will love it. Shrek 3 coming in at number 3. I'm sorry, Shrek 4 coming in at number 3. Made $15.8 million. It's up to $210 right now. Get Him to the Greek, number 4, with another $10 million. So they're up to $36.5 million. And then number 5, $8.2 million for The Killers, bringing its total up to $30.7 million.
Yeah, speaking of movies, I think there's only a couple of movies coming out this week that are worth seeing. Toy Story 3. It looks like it could be awesome.
Yeah, everything I've read about it is, even though it's highly anticipated, the bar has been set very high. It exceeds expectations from what I've seen.
And Jonah Hex, that might be cool. I might rent it.
It might not.
And then not.
Next Wednesday, we've got Night and Day coming out also.
Oh yeah, that's next week.
So they actually pushed up that because it got a lot of cool buzz.
Ooh, and then there's the Blu-ray releases of this week. A couple of classics, Darkman and Flash Gordon. Darkman was cool.
Yeah,
Early Liam Neeson. It's rated R. You know, great comic book adaptation. Showgirls, the 15th anniversary edition. Another Showgirls release. Book of Eli. And Youth in Revolt. Looks like it might be kind of funny.
Could be.
Gotta check that one out.
Could be.
Well, I think it's time for the exciting Star Wars trivia.
Actually, today's not Star Wars trivia. The feedback we get is that not everybody is huge Star Wars fans.
That
as
is
big as
news
Star Wars
to me.
fans as
I'm
we
shocked.
Are. Right. I live in Star Wars, and I love it. So, my question this week, and this is very cool, I thought, because I didn't know this, so I wanted to share this and ask if anybody else knew this either. What was the first Arnold Schwarzenegger movie to win 4 Academy Awards? Email us at evenmoreuselessinformation@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you. Goodbye.